Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're back for another video. I know it's been a while, like a week or so since the last video. We're back now. 2 videos a week, hopefully. Definitely 1 video a week, possibly 2. You know, we'll see how the trading goes. I might start sharing some of my setups for my trades, like the analysis, the before and afters. A lot of people have been asking for my actual trading strategy, which I use. Today I'm basically going to show you how I trade and some of the trades I've been taking recently. Also going to show you a little sneak peek into my back testing, which I do. I do that quite a lot to test my strategy in TradingView, and I keep it in a nice spreadsheet which I'll show you, which you can also use to test your strategy, and hopefully you find one that's profitable for you. Obviously there's not one strategy for every single person, otherwise everyone would be using that one strategy. So if you see my strategy and it doesn't work for you, don't keep using it just because it works for me. Find one that works for you in the markets that you're confident with. Okay, so this is the trade I took yesterday. It was on EJ and it was a nice little short. And as you see here, price created this nice downward trend line when it touched these 2 highs up here. These candles here, not very bullish at all, and I wasn't actually at the charts when this happened. So when I came on the charts, it was this nice bearish candle here, and I entered at around 125.725. I entered a position there and a position there. This area here has been tested quite a few times, and once the candle broke below that, I knew there was going to be a bearish move, so I entered another position. But as you see, price just kept plummeting down. It broke below the lows of the last bearish move, so I knew that it was going to hit the take profit. Could have entered another position up here or here when it pulled back, but I didn't. I just had my 2 positions running, and it came down, hit the TP, and then reversed back to entry. But after it went below this area, I did actually put my stops to break even. Because I had 2 positions, I did catch 67 pips on this trade. So yeah, that was a good start to the week, especially on a Monday for trading. Markets haven't really been moving much apart from this EJ trade which I found. But now I'm going to show you how I do my back testing. So I have this Excel spreadsheet. This is for this past few weeks back testing. As you see, we've got the pair which you're trading. We've got the direction. Is it a short? Is it a long? We've got the entry date, the exit date, the stop loss, if it was a win or a loss, how many different confluences there were. And this is important because you don't really, at the start I wasn't very confident with the strategy, and I was only winning like half the trades. But since I've been doing like 2 or 3 confluences, I've been winning a lot more than I've been losing, which has benefited my trading. I've been able to capture more pips, and yeah. It's also helped backtesting with perfecting good entries. Like before I had to have large stops because I wasn't getting those sniper entries, but now I've been trying to go down to smaller time frames to get the entries. Obviously it's hard with backtesting to go into the lower time frames, because if you're back like 3 years in the backtesting, it doesn't really like to change time frames. But I'll show you some of the examples of these trades. This is my 67% win rate. I'm going to try and get this up to 100 trades, so we're going to do 76 more, and then we'll see what the win rate is after those 100 trades. And that's when you really know if your strategy is good. If you can get 100 trades with above 50% win rate, then you can put it into your trading. There's no point testing a strategy on the live markets. It'll just end up losing you money, time and money, which obviously is very hard to gain back because you just wasted all that time with that strategy when you could have been testing another one. Your money's safe, and then obviously go onto your money afterwards once you've tested that strategy. But yeah, I'm just going to show you an example of some of my trades. I'll show you some wins and losses. Okay, this trade here, GBP USD long. Alright, so as you see, price actually broke the trend line, the ascending trend line. It came back to retest and rejected the fib over here. So that's when I put my entry. So that was the before screenshot. And this is the after. So as you see, price went in so close to hitting stop loss actually, but luckily I put it below that 0.5, as you see, and then went straight into profit. But as you see, that's the importance of placing stop losses in the right place. If I placed that stop loss a few pips above, it would have came down, hit the stop loss, then reversed straight into profit. But as you see, it didn't. And on my strategy, I wait for breaks and retests, and I usually draw in a fib and wait for some rejections of that, or a bullish engulfing if it's a long trade or something like that. You got to have multiple confluences before you enter any trade, because if you got one sign just because you had one bullish engulfing doesn't mean it's going to go long. As you see on this one, at the break, the retest, the fib rejection, and then it went up into profit. Alright, I'll show you an example of a loss now. Obviously no trader has a 100% win rate, and I know why this one lost. It was because I didn't really have many rejections. It just broke this support line which I had drawn in, and it broke and retested. But usually, as you see, I've drawn in the fib, but it didn't actually reject the fib. And if you see in the after, what actually happened was price came down to this fib here, which should have been my TP1, probably a few hundred pips, but I just didn't have many confluences, so that's why the trade didn't really play out. But yeah, as you see on this trade, I was actually going to re-enter this EJ, because as you see on the 4 hour, it came down from where I entered previously here, down to the support, which is very strong support for EJ. As you see, all these rejections where it's struggled to break below, and it came back up, and as you see here, it's actually struggling to break above this fib here. So I'm seeing another drop down to the support, another 30-40 pips. And if it breaks below, we can see it drop down to this support down to here. Obviously this will become a resistance, so we'll see a break. So we'll see a break down to here, a retest up, and then another break down to here, hopefully to this, down to this significant level down here. But obviously we'll have to see how it plays out. It's currently bullish, but as you see, it's strongly rejecting the fib. So maybe we'll see it break down again for another bearish day. And as you see yesterday, that was my trade. I'm looking at a few other positions. As you see here on GBP USD, obviously with everything that's going on with coronavirus and stuff like that, as we're probably going to go into another lockdown, the pound's probably going to weaken again. So if we break below this support here, which I've drawn on, hopefully we'll have a retest maybe, and then a drop down below. But as you see, price has actually been bearish for a few days now. It's just a little pullback here. But as you see, this level here has been rejected before as a resistance, which is now support. But I'm hoping to see it drop down to this area down here on GBP USD. As you see here on USD CAD, this support here was quite strong. Rejected it once, twice, 3 times, and didn't quite get there for the 4th time. But as you see on the 4 hour, very indecisive at the moment in a sideways market, lots of dojis, and yeah, it's broke the upwards trend line. As you see, came back here for a little retest, and maybe we'll see a drop down to the lows of down here. If we draw on the fib, you can see it struggled to break below the fib there. Now it's dropping down on the 4 hour. It closes in 5 minutes, so we'll see how this goes, and yeah, maybe enter a short position. But yeah guys, I'm doing a £3,000 account flip soon. Hopefully get that to 100k, so if you're excited for that, drop a like on the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, a little strategy episode. A lot of people have been DMing me asking it, and I can't really explain the strategy over direct message on Instagram, so I just thought I'd come on YouTube and make a video explaining exactly how I trade. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, drop a like, comment, all of that, and I'll see you in the next video.